I want to touch upon two more subjects. The one being increase in capex. What you are suggesting is that the capex should be increased to nearly 25% by 25% of the revised budget estimate. It's currently 60% which is there. Do you think that there is enough elbow room for the finance minister when she presents the budget to increase the capex outlay?
See, it is right now sitting at 16.8%, so we are suggesting that this be taken up to 25. And there is also additional resources that have come in this year. So part of that can be deployed and in this area.
And the entire argument which many are making about that there may be some kind of welfare economics that may be tied into the budget, given the fact that now you have coalition governments, partners, part of the NDA, part of the government now, and also the fact that the elections have given out a verdict which looks at a little bit of rural distress. So maybe welfare economics is something which may be one of the legs of the budget which will continue as it is.
So let me say that the requirements, immediate requirements, the government has been taking proactive measures in the past also through increase in Manrega, through the direct benefit transfers and other such measures. Of course, those need to be provided for as deemed appropriate. But what is most important is to create a virtuous cycle so that the growth and progress in the economy and rural included in that is through a sustainable basis. And the only way to do that, I think, is an investment approach of investment-led inclusive growth. That's a model that's been followed in the past, and that's why let's remember, that's the reason why in India we are at a much stronger wicket. When we look at some other parts of the world where other methods were deployed, in fact, that has created a lot of stress in the economies at this point of time. And in many cases, in many areas where there has been shrinkage of consumption, just coming back to pre-COVID levels and so on and so forth, India is on a much stronger wicket. We are on a growth path. We are saying we need faster growth, and absolutely that's the way to go, because that's the potential to India. That's the potential of India. Why this consumption is on stress, we must also understand. It's largely on account of external factors, the geopolitical crisis, the disruption in supply chains, and the climate emergency led to inflation, and cost of everything has gone up. So that has its impact, but then it is and this stress has come on the back of the COVID years. But India has been very resilient, has recovered fast. Many sectors have recovered fast. Some sectors have not completely recovered, but they're all on the right direction. And I think so this path of inclusive investment-led growth is the way to go, and we'll be on a more sustainable path with passage of time. And in the near term, there are many positives, as we discussed earlier, that will also help improve consumption.
Sir, one of the major reforms that you're looking at is the direct tax reforms, which is there. You're looking at some of the changes to the TDS provisions, pruning down of some of the rates which are there, much more, rationalization of capital gains. Now, that's very a touchy subject for the markets and for some of the, for the corporates there. Can you take us to the rationale for this? And do you think that there is enough, buoyancy in tax for the finance minister to take this kind of steps?
No, we are not. You see, these two suggestions do not, are more to do with the ease of doing business and simplification, instead of having multiple rates and different treatment of capital gains for different treatments. These are not suggestions that are supposed to that are not seeking any reduction in tax rates. It's more around looking at simplifications so that ease of doing business improves. It's more around that principle.